Prescription drug abuse continues to be a problem in the country and here in the Garden State. Now, one nonprofit is challenging you to help in the fight against prescription drug abuse. Here to tell us how is Angelo Valenti, who is the executive director of the Partnership for Drug-Free New Jersey. Joining us is Bergen County Sheriff Michael Saudino. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda.
Just this Friday, we got this story. A 13-year-old Bronx boy dies after swallowing prescription pills from a bottle he was given as a rattle. That story just makes us all think this could happen to any of us. It could be our neighbor. It could be a relative. How does something like this happen?
Well, I think that there's ways in which parents can help protect their children. And this story is a great example of how dangerous prescription drugs can be, not only for a 13-month-old child, but for a 13-year-old child as well. Young people are going into medicine cabinets, and they're easily accessible, and they're experimenting with these drugs that could be very dangerous. So at the American Medicine Chest Challenge, which is happening on November the 12th, it's an opportunity for people throughout the state of New Jersey to take 5 simple steps to help protect their children. First step is to take inventory, to know what you have in your own medicine cabinet. So many of us don't know what's there. Second is to make sure those medicines are secure and out of the reach of children. And we know, here's a great example, unfortunately, about how dangerous that could be. Third step is not to share your medicine. Fourth step is to dispose of them, and that's where the sheriff comes in. The sheriffs throughout New Jersey are working with the Partnership for Drug-Free New Jersey and helping to give people an opportunity to dispose of their medicines safely and properly. And the fifth step, Brenda, is the most important. Talk to your children regularly about this very serious issue.
One of the things that I know I often do is not look at expiration dates. That, too, is important, isn't it?
Yes. Yes. So many people do not finish their medications as prescribed by their doctors, and then they become inventory or surplus in their medicine cabinets or wherever they keep these.
Even something as simple as aspirin has an expiration date.
Yes, that's true.
So what do people need to do?
I think the primary thing that Angelo hit on is education. Parents have to reinforce with it that prescription drugs are as dangerous as the illegal drugs out there, marijuana and cocaine and heroin and things of that nature. If you have small children, you know, everyone keeps their meds in the medicine cabinet. Maybe relocate your medicine so it's not as easy for your kids to find it. Hide it. Put it somewhere where they can't even find it.
What are the issues your department has to deal with?
Countywide, you know, drugs is always a problem for law enforcement, whether it be illegal drugs, as stated earlier, cocaine, heroin, or prescription. Prescription drugs, I can tell you, has become more of a problem now than in years past for law enforcement.
In terms of involvement, too, you want the entire community to get involved, right?
Absolutely, Brenda, because what we're finding is that from our friends in the treatment community, that about 50% of adolescents that are involved in treatment facilities at this point are there because of prescription drugs, the issue of prescription drugs. So we know it's a major issue that everyone, the whole community, has to be involved in. And there's many ways for the community to be involved, and one of them is to take advantage of the opportunity to dispose of those medicines, to get them out of the reach of children on the 12th of November at a collection site which the Sheriff's Association throughout the state of New Jersey is providing for us.
Now, you gave us the overall overview in the beginning, but how does the challenge itself work?
Well, it really challenges everybody in the state of New Jersey and throughout the country, because this is happening throughout in 45 other states as well. It gives them an opportunity to really pause and think about this issue. Right in your own bathrooms, your own medicine cabinets can be very, very dangerous substances that your children have immediate access to. So you do need to take steps, and those are the steps we're asking everyone to take.
Where do you go to drop it all off?
If you visit the AmericanMedicineChest.com, it's a website. On that website, you put your area code or the community you live or the county you live in, and at that point, there'll be locations available between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. on the 12th of November.
When we hear of stories like the deadly shooting on Long Island, does that remind us of just how severe a problem this issue has become?
Oh, absolutely. And again, as recent as this morning with this 13-month-old child, getting a hold of drugs and someone giving a prescription bottle as a rattle. It's really mind-boggling. And, you know, we've spoken about children, but there's also the elderly that become senile, and these pills, they may think they're taking something else. So even if you're an adult, if you have your grandma or your mom or dad, you find expired medication in their cabinet, come and turn it into these locations and get it out of the household.
So remind us of where those locations are and how we turn them in.
Sure. The locations are at each one of our 21 counties in the state of New Jersey. And if you visit the AmericanMedicineChest.com, which is a comprehensive website, you put your area code or your community that you live in, there'll be on that site a location within a 15-mile radius that you could drop off your medications.
And that date again?
It's November the 12th between 10 and 2.
Okay, thank you both so much for joining us.
Thank you.
If you have ideas or topics you'd like to see discussed, please log on to my9tv.com and click on Public Affairs. We want to hear from you. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. That's all for today's show. Thank you so much for joining us. For My 9, I'm Brenda Blackman, and we'll see you next week on New Jersey Now.